All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're tackling one of the most common characters you'll ever see in Chinese, "买," which means to buy. Now, on the surface, it seems pretty simple. But trust me, hidden inside these strokes is an absolutely fascinating story about ancient money.
I mean, when you first look at this character, it kind of just looks like a jumble of lines, right? But what if I told you it's actually a tiny picture, a little snapshot of what shopping was like thousands of years ago? Let's see if we can dig in and find that story.
So to figure this out, we're going to do what we always do. We're going to crack this character open. By breaking it down into its parts, we can find the clues that tell its story and honestly make it way, way easier to remember.
Okay, first things first, the basics. This character is pronounced "my," and its meaning today is just to buy. Pretty straightforward, you might think. But the real magic is in how it's put together.
So, if you look closely, you'll see that "my" is actually made of two separate pieces. There's a part on top and another part on the bottom. Let's pull them apart and investigate each one to find our clues.
That top section is the character Wong, pronounced Wong, and this character means net, like a fishing net or even kind of like a mesh bag. So that's our very first clue. Just remember that, a net.
And now for the bottom part. This is the character Bei, pronounced Bei, and it means shell. So let's see, we have a net and we have a shell. What in the world does that have to do with buying things? Well, here is the secret key to the whole puzzle. In ancient China, they used beautiful little cowrie shells as money. So this isn't just a shell, it's currency. It's ancient cash.
So, a net and shell money. Now we have all the pieces. Let's put these clues together and see how they paint this incredible picture of shopping in an ancient marketplace.
The story here is just so cool and surprisingly simple. Just picture it. Thousands of years ago, you don't have a wallet or a credit card. So when you need to go shopping, you'd gather up your shell money and you'd carry it in a net. And then you'd take this net full of shells down to the market to trade for whatever you needed. Food, clothes, tools, you name it.
And there you have it. That's exactly what this character is. It's a literal picture of that action, using a net to carry your shell money to go buy stuff. The entire concept of commerce, of buying something, is captured right there in those few strokes.
Okay, so we've got the awesome ancient backstory. Now let's bring it back to the present and see how you can actually use this character today.
So, let's just review it one last time to lock it in. We have the net, Wong, on top, plus the shell currency Bei on the bottom. And together they give us the action of to buy, which is "my." And here's a super practical example you'll hear all the time. Someone might ask you, "你要买什么?" or "what do you want to buy?" And you could totally say, 我要买咖啡, which means I want to buy coffee. It's a simple, direct phrase you'll hear pretty much every single day.
So now you know the story hidden inside "my." But this kind of leads to a new question, doesn't it? Since we now know that Bei represents money and value, what other characters do you think might contain this little piece of ancient history? Keep an eye out for it when you're reading. I think you'll be really surprised how often this ancient wallet shows up in modern Chinese.